Assalamu alaikum everyone, I'm Mohammad Shehroz and I'm recording another video lesson for all of you on business studies. So without wasting any time, let's move towards the board. So today in business studies, we are going to see process, the process of effective communication. As we have discussed about the different types of the communication in the previous class, like ways of internal and external communication, then we have seen the advantages and disadvantages of this. So today we are going to see the process of the effective communication. So there are four basic steps of the in the process of the effective communication. The very first step is the sender. Then we go for the medium. Then we go for the medium. The third one is the receiver. And the fourth step is the feedback. So how many steps are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we talk about the sender, he is also known as the transmitter. So any person who starts communication by sending a message, so such sort of the person is known as the sender. Okay, a medium is any tool which is used for communication. For example, I use WhatsApp to communicate with my friends. So it is a sort of medium. I used email. It is also a sort of a medium. I use telephone. It is also a sort of medium which is used in the communication process. Then if we talk about the receiver, so the receiver is the person who receives the message and understands it. Person receives the message and understand it is known as the receiver. Okay, and if we talk about the feedback, it is a response which is given by the receiver. Response given by the receiver. So a feedback can be positive and it can also be negative. It is dependent on the situation. So how many steps are there? Yes, we have 4 steps in an effective communication, which starts from the sender, then the medium, then the receiver, and the feedback. Okay. So we are having 2 ways of communication. How many ways of communication are there? Yes, we are having 2 ways of communication. Ways of communication. So the very first way of communication is the one-way communication. One-way communication. And if we talk about the second, it is the two-way communication. Two-way communication. So what is the difference between the one-way communication and the two-way communication? So in a one-way communication, it involves a message which does not call a response. Involves a message which does not call a response. In one-way communication, we message in such a way that we can't get a response from that message. And if we talk about the two-way communication, in which the receivers respond to the message and there is a discussion. Receiver gives response to the message, and there is discussion. So if we have to exemplify the one-way communication, so the very first best example of it is the radio. You can listen to the message which is given by the other person, but you cannot reply to that message. Your television is also a sort of one-way communication. Yes. If we talk about the publications, magazines or the publications, these are also the sort of the one-way communication. But if we talk about the two-way communication, so the very first example is your telephone. Yes, you can give a response, you can communicate with the other person, you can discuss about the thing. Yes, your social media sites, yes, like WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook. Okay, then we are having another way, which is the chat rooms. Yes, we used to communicate with our friends. If we elaborate, or if we see the effective process of the communication, so in the one-way communication we just go for the 3 steps. It ends at the receiver, it starts from the sender. But in the two-way communication we are having 4 steps of the communication. It starts from the sender, then the medium, then the receiver, and it ends up on the feedback. Now we are going to see the advantages. Advantages of what? We are going to see the advantages of one-way communication as well as two-way communication. So we are going to see the advantages of one-way and the two-way communication. So starting with the advantages of one-way communication, so the one-way communication is faster. Yes, it can be orderly. Yes, it can be easy to do, as you do not have to give any response to someone. Yes, and it is usually authoritative, that you are imposing something on someone. It is usually authoritative. And if we talk about the two-way communication, so the two-way communication increases the motivation. Yes, the other benefit of two-way communication is that it is a democratic sort of communication, that you can give your ideas, you can share what you feel. So it is a democratic sort of medium. Then in two-way communication you are easy to clear any question. Yes, you are easy to clear any question, and the two-way communication improves the relationship between the sender and the receiver. Okay, so these are some advantages of the one-way as well as the two-way communication.